Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me well? Can you guys hear me well? Oh, let's see. Oh, that's like, ugh, what is that? And I'm a girl. So I love you guys. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. I had something completely different. I'm like, oh, I should throw in something red. Because it's Valentine's Day, okay? The day of the massacre. Saint Massacre Day. So, and I'm a girl, so absolutely. Absolutely. Hello, everyone. I love you all. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Okay? Now, I love you guys. Okay? And if you love me too, then you totally hit the like. Like, oh my God. I gotta fight every night to prove my love. Sad. You know, it really is. But I love you guys. I love you guys. I hope you can hear me well. Let me know if you can't hear me, because oh well. Absolutely. And I'm a girl. So welcome back to my show, The Shine Every Way Show. Again, happy Valentine's Day to everyone that celebrates. I know some people don't. It's just like gross. And some people are just like, yay. So shout out to all of you guys. Shout out to all of you. Shout out to all of the pregnancies that will be concepted today. Shout out to all the conceptions. Periods. Okay? Absolutely. So I love you guys, and I look forward to seeing y'all turn next year around this time, right? Around this time next year, whether it be with 2, 3 months old. Shout out to your future kids. So yes, hair flip. And now do the so. You said that to say, well, it's Valentine's Day. No, nah. That's what you was get. That's what you get. You should have stayed in the oven a few more hours. That's what you get. That's what you get. Because then you could have been born on today. Then you could have been born on today and you wasn't. That was yesterday. We have moved on from the 13th. It's the 14th. So you said this to say what? Happy born day, girl. Judah. Now we only need about 2-3 happy birthdays in the chat, and that's it because it was yesterday. It's very so much belated. It's very so much belated. It's very so much belated. Don't say thank you because this is not about you. Are you Monique? Are you Monique? It's hilarious how you just came in here and made this about you. Like, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Don't agree with me either. You're not allowed to do anything. Yeah. How about that? Don't agree with me. Gross. Don't do that. You try to make me look like a bully. I'm totally not a bully. You are too. Okay? You can't bully a bully. So you tried it. Okay? Yeah, don't agree with me, girl. Oh, Lord, she's saying thank you. It must be more than 3. Oh, God. Back to my show. Back to my show. Hey, girl, when you going live, girl? Girl, the people been waiting on you. Hey, Trees, girl. Girl, the people been waiting on you, girl. Girl, where you been at? Girl, look at here. Girl, where you been at, girl? Hey, girl. Girl, where the hell you been at, girl? So, shout out to Trees. Hey, girl. Hey, baby Shay, girl. Happy Valentine's Day, baby Shay. Oh my God, I love you, girl. Y'all, hey, Patty Duke. Oh my God, I love Patty Duke. I love her. I love you guys. I love all you guys. So please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like, okay? Now, Monique's drop receipts, girl. Girl, Monique said, look at here. Look at here. I got proof I love him. Monique said, look here, I got proof I love my sweet baby. So Monique dropped some receipts sent out my girl on her Instagram with text messages and all of that. And did anybody tell her to do that? Ooh, she narcissistic. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. I said, ooh, Monique, girl, you felt like you had to do that, girl. You felt like you had to do that, girl. How you do that there? So, and my girl. And then you got her son, shout out to Shalon. He goes live again and responds to Daddy. Pimp Daddy. So he goes out, he responds to his papa uncle, okay? To his dununcle, all right? To his dad uncle. That's what that word. That's what that word. So, and then my girl, so we're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into all of that, okay? So, the title says, Monique drops receipts against her son, Shalon. Shalon goes live and exposes Monique and Daddy. I don't have enough characters, so parentheses, because I like to put parentheses. Daddy as liars. Now, look at here, Sydney. Girl, look at here, Sydney. All right? We don't like you. Or we don't like you. Or we don't like you. Tell his mama to move on. Tell his mama to move on. She went over there dropping text messages and stuff. He not. He over there on a free app talking for free, just like her. Tell his mama to move on. No, don't tell him to move on. He said he walked away. But then the daddy uncle felt like he had to come forward, and I'm a girl. And I'm a girl, and speak for his wife, just like the son said that he was going to do, and that's what that word. And that's what that word. And clearly, Monique is too. It's gray all up and through. It's gray all up and through. Yeah, we're not gonna make her not the immature party in this situation. She absolutely is. Ooh, you're mad. Ooh, and you're upset. If anybody's immature, it's her. Like, she's way too old to be acting how she's acting. Like, girl. Like, she's closer to the end than she is the beginning, girl. At any moment, she... Sitting in the gutter thinking about the queens are coming, he's passed away. And I really miss when Monique used to go live and lie, even though she gone away. So and I'm a girl. So yeah, now tell his mama to move on. She grown. She grown too. What about it? Grow up. And I'm a girl. So I'm like, yeah, y'all trying it. Now he don't need to move, but he get to say it. He grown, so y'all gonna be saying this to Krishan's son? Cause this is Krishan Jr. and I'm a girl. And about 17 years. Y'all gonna be telling him that? She's sitting over there next to this daddy. I'm not your daddy, I'm your grandpa. I ain't your daddy, I'm your uncle. Girl, bye. Girl. That was cute. Move right along. Very so much and they're mad about it. Well, they're so mad Monique ain't no dude. Because if she was a dude, she was a black man, girl. If Monique was a black man, girl, this energy would be completely different. If this was Cedric the Entertainer, shame on you. D.L. Hughley, shame on you. But since it's Monique, she's the black woman, so. Hey, Shalon, your mom didn't take care of you. She was in and out of your life, and that's completely fine because she's a black woman. You just gotta let it go. She's a black woman, so you have to move on. You have to move on. She gave you $10,000. You should be over it. She put a $45,000 trust in your name. You should be over it. Like, Aaron, God. Monique, like, I haven't bought your love yet. Like, I gave you this, I gave you that. Like, this replaces all of that. You up in the middle of the night crying for me and all of that. Die. So here for that. So yeah, I'll hold that beat. Shout out to Latasha, period. So and I'm a girl, and I'm just saying, like, that's what narcissists do. Then they throw it in your face. They throw things that they did in your face to feel valid, to validate themselves within that moment when they know that they're wrong. So instead of admitting that they're wrong, they want to throw stuff in your face. Although Monique has said numerous times in interviews and publicly that she was not a good mother to him. So he's elaborating on her not being a good mother to him, and she's mentioned him umpteen times throughout the year. He ain't done no interviews, okay? He wasn't sitting over there with Tasha K. Talking to him, okay? They said, your mom doesn't love you. Why? No, he ain't done none of that. He just been chilling. So because she goes and does a viral interview, mentions him, he elaborates, although he's been had his TikTok. He been sitting over there on TikTok. He won't talk about her. He won't come up for her because he's an adult. That's him being grown. But for Monique to think that she could speak on him and then he speak and it's a problem that he say something, he needs to move on. You're grown. You're in your 30s. Okay, she over there about to be 60s or 60s? Don't speak on him. What he did on TikTok is called a response. Meaning you brought up my name, you brought me up, therefore I'm going to elaborate. Like, let's not make it seem like I'm not a throwaway. Don't be vague about our situation. Like, you know what's up. Hence her coming up and showing years old text messages. Why you can't show something from 2024? Why you can't show something from 2023? Why you can't show something from 2022? So you showing us something from 2021. Do you think that those are good parent methods to literally just not speak to your kid? Now, if you have a valid reason, it doesn't matter. Even if he does suffer from mental illness or something like that, so what? You deal with the cards you're dealt. It is what it is. And if he suffers from mental illness, even more reason to even want to be in his life. Like what? Like, what do you mean? Like, ew. To say, oh, he's acting like this because he has mental illness. Although Monique didn't even say that. Daddy did. He need to shut the fuck up. Monique, we hate your husband. Girl. Okay? The reason we hate him is because you and him be trying to push this narrative, like have this calm tone and push this narrative as if he is standing for you as a woman. No, he is not. Standing for you as a woman is when approaching a male. Anything woman to woman, he shouldn't be live saying to Oprah. Ain't that your job? So how does he expect you not to step to any men and whatnot? He's going to take care of that because he's fighting for the black women. Fighting for the black woman and fighting for black women. But he's sitting over there coming for him at the same time. And you're sitting there next to him, allowing it. I can understand him speaking on Stephen and Judge Mathis. Those are men. But for him to be bringing up Oprah and all of that other stuff, he is holding you to a standard that he does not have to uphold. That is what narcissists do. Meaning they can go out and cheat, but you can't. That's narcissistic. Like, it's weird. I can lie, but you can't. Like, that's weird. Like, what? Like, okay. I'm going to handle the men that come for you. But the women, you take care of. But he's still doing both. Like, that doesn't even make sense. So again, that's a hinder. And then on top of that, he's not letting you speak. So we don't get to hear from you. Everyone in the live, when she was live with him, even me, like, the only reason why I said it because I was recording it, but I wanted to tell Sydney, Daddy, to shut the up. This is not about you, and this is not your experience. Monique, as an actress, none of that. You are the fucking manager. Manage. Monique not having many opportunities and not having better opportunities is your fault. You are her manager. You're trash. And she's sitting here, he's the best manager I ever had. He can't be. Why you next to broke, girl? Why people got to invite you on tour? Shouldn't you be doing that? Aren't you the queen? And my girl? Aren't you the queen? Ain't nobody taking Beyonce on tour with them. You can't book. She's a boss. Headliner. Girl. You can't, you're not, no one's bringing Rihanna on tour. Headliner. People come with her. Yeah, you can't bring Nicki on tour. Headliner. You don't get to bring Megan Thee Stallion, bring Cardi B. Those are headliners. Cat throwing you scraps, ma. Shout out to Cat Williams. He's throwing you scraps. You was at the crib, my sweet baby. You're at home. That's why when he offered you to come on tour, you just went because you didn't have shit else to do. Courtesy of Sydney. Yeah. It's not like he booking you all these gigs and whatnot. All the gigs that you've gotten, like Precious and all that stuff, that was on the strength of you. That wasn't on the strength of him. That's what I said. Oprah chose you. Lee Daniels chose you. Tyler Perry chose you. You didn't choose any of them. That's weird. That's why you're disgruntled and they're not. That's why they moved on with their life and moved on with their millions and billions and all of that thing. While you online complaining. See, it didn't have to be like that. It didn't have to be like that. Because you see, Tyler Perry's a boss. So if he feels some type of way about Oprah, he get to say it. Absolutely. 100%. He get to do that. Yeah. Because his connections are not hers. He's a boss. Monique, you're not. That's where your narcissism comes in. Oh, I'm a legend. I've been doing this for how long, and this, and women aren't getting their due. No. There you go, scraping up things for your benefit. You have people boycott Netflix just for you to sue Netflix, settle with Netflix, and then do a stand-up special on Netflix and tell those same people that you told to boycott it to go support you on Netflix. How narcissistic is that? How narcissistic is that? You weaponize people when you need to use them. So you get people to engage, just like your husband did you. It's the same thing. It's like y'all like literally like in a cult. Like it's what like cult vibes is what it gives. Honestly. Like it definitely gives like cult vibes. 100%. So yeah, we don't like your husband. He's failed you as a husband. He's a failure as a husband. If you feel like he's drawing strength by coming live speaking for you, drowning you out, Monique doesn't even have a voice anymore. So if she's sitting in his life with this dude, daddy, and she could barely get a word in. She sat down for that live and said that this was her responding to her son Shalon. She get maybe out a half sentence, and here he comes, cutting her off. And she just sits back and just allows it. So that's the same thing in actuality. The rift is not Monique. I think the rift between her and her son is daddy. Because how can he, even in the text message, let me pull this up. Girl. Look, even in the text messages, look at this. Even in text messages, the top text, and these are from her IG, the top message says, "Remember today, this is Uncle Sid." He is the problem. He is the problem. Absolutely. He is the problem. Even in text message, you are taking over the conversation. Whatever was going on was between him and his mother. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Now, if you calling her all of her name and stuff like that, as a man, you have the right to step in. Because I didn't see the receipt or nothing of him disrespecting her. Although they said that he was being disrespectful, we'll show that receipt. Because the receipt before this one, it don't say nothing about him being disrespectful. It says, okay. And then she says, she says, that's your mama. And then he says, hey, mommy, are you awake? She said, and then he says, hey, mommy. And I was on the 16th. She did not respond. And then on the 17th, October 17th, he says, hey, mommy, how are your eyes feeling? On the 18th, receipts don't lie, and you put them up yourself. You didn't answer him for days. On the 16th, he said, hey, mommy, are you awake? And that was at October 16th, 2021 at 9:49 p.m. And then on October 17th, the next day, at 12:47 p.m., he says, hey, mommy, how are your eyes feeling? On October 18th, 2021 at 1:03 p.m., she says, hey, sweet baby, I forgot I'm trying to get myself together. Monique, what he meant about how your eyes feeling? What happened to your eye, girl? Hurry up. What happened to your eye, girl? What happened? Hurry up. What happened to your eyes? I'm nosy. Girl, you know I'm nosy, girl. Girl, what happened to your eyes, girl? Girl, what happened to you, girl? Did you interrupt him, girl? Did you interrupt daddy in the middle of him talking to one of the churn and I'm a girl? You left his seat up? Girl, what happened to you, girl? I don't know what happened. Like, what happened? What is Shalon talking about, girl? What happened to your eyes, girl? Ain't something about no eye surgery. Girl. So, girl, what happened to your eyes, girl? Girl, when knows it, girl, okay? So then on the 18th, later on, hours later, because he didn't respond, and I would have responded either, because at this point in time, I would have said you too. Because, girl, you ain't got to talk to me, girl. You ain't got to talk to me, girl. You ain't got to talk to me. I'll be sitting there to my own mom. When I be messaging her, sometimes she'll message me back. When she come out, I'll be like, what? She be like, for real, what? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, what's today? Wednesday? Didn't I call you on like Sunday? She's like, oh, well, yeah. Because I don't have to be in your life. Okay? I don't have to be in your life. Like, you did your big one. You raised me. Like, girl, this could be done. So, here, Flip, let me know. And so, and I'm a girl. So then, of course, she laughs and be like, boy, whatever, so. But anyway, but he did not message her back, okay? So then she said something about Tamika. Who's that? Okay, so she said, hey, my sweet baby, I will call you after we speak with Tamika and Thomas, and I'm a girl, and her father. We talked to them at 7 p.m. this evening. We got y'all back. You and Nicole. Okay, now here she go doxing his girlfriend, his girl. Okay, he got a baby with her. I'm a girl. We didn't know her name was Nicole, girl. We did not know that. Now we know that because that's what I'm assuming that she's talking about with this message, okay? Because she said that she had helped him with some money. That she had given him some money. So, and I'm a girl. Of course, he had been calling her Natasha, girl. But Monique wants to ignore all of this. I'm like, Monique, girl, we paying attention, right? Because you could have did all this in the background, girl. All you had to do was call that boy. That's what I would have did. I would just call my child. But I wouldn't have went through nothing like that with my kid. It's gross. But I would come and say, like, for real? Like, this what we on? It's like, carefully. But it ain't like he came for like attacking her. He could have been doing that years ago. He could have been coming forward, saying stuff about her. I feel like he's completely just responding to her after, she went on Club Station and said, what she wanted. So that's why I feel that Sydney is the problem. And how he explains it, I feel that he explains it in the response of, him speaking again. I think he kind of clarifies that, that it's daddy, he is the problem. And I would definitely say that. So, Monique not having business opportunities and not being in big movies and stuff like that, it is all daddy's fault. He is her manager. Managers get their talent work. It is part of their job description. Okay? It's part of their job description is to get if I'm managing a group, if I say, I want to manage y'all a group, I have to figure everything out. Gigs, that's me. That's all on me. Because then when you get bigger, then people are going to come to you. Like touring companies, record labels, so they're going to come to you. But until then, you got to kind of, figure it out on your own. Figure out your own rhythm with clubs, all that stuff, how to get A&Rs and stuff like that down to see, you got to do all that on your own. So that's a manager's job. And then, they get assistants. And so with the bigger artists, if the artist becomes big, if they blow up, and they're managing the group, then, they get that nice little percentage from it and be able to get new talent and bring on more talent, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's his only pretty much client is her. Monique is like his only client. He focuses all his time on her. Most managers manage multiple people. Now, if you're managing a big star, then you're probably just going to manage that person because they keep you pretty consumed. Like if you were Beyonce's manager, you would be pretty busy. You wouldn't have time to manage anybody else. But when you're managing like Sukianas, you know, and people like that, you can manage multiple people, you know, just because they could not really doing nothing. So it's just like, well, yeah, let me get out because, you know, you want to get the bread, you want to get the money, you know. So it's his fault. 100%. It is not Monique's job to find work. It is not Monique's job to find gigs. That is what you pay your manager, agent. That's what you pay those people to do. He wants to be all in one. Her manager, her agent, all of that. That's why she just sitting over there on IG for free. Any moment now, she's going to be asking for cash apps. Any moment now. Any moment now. She's going to be over here with her cash app going across the screen. And I'm a girl. And we all going to be beefing with her. I'm telling you here, Monique, ho, ho, ho. If you come over here, girl, it's going down. Okay? You better ask Burnt Gap. It's going down. If you come over here, keep it cute. Keep it cute, Monique. That's it. Keep it cute. Because right now we like you. It could easily become... So, I mean, it is what it is. Now, keep it cute. We keep it cute. Okay? You come in love. We'll come in love. Okay? You coming over here, girl, and you try to do, you know, keep it cute. That's it. Keep it cute. And we keep it cute too. Look, peace. We're going to throw shade, but it's whatever. So let's get into these messages before we get into his response video. Absolutely. Shalon's response video. Absolutely. And I'm like, girl. Now, what? Shalon. Wait a minute. Is there an attachment to this damn shirt? Shalon. Shalon. Now, this is giving a little piece of mental illness. A little piece. Nah, I couldn't even make a new thumbnail because you still had the same shirt on. So I said, why he still got the shirt on? He making us look bad. I'm like, after you take that shirt off, give me the shirt. Send me the shirt. It's a little piece of it is data telling little piece. Just about this much. So I'm like, okay, well, let me find out you don't have this shirt on since 2021. Let me find out every picture you in this shirt. It's very so much giving Sheldon. Now that I'm thinking about it. Very so much giving Sheldon from Big Bang Girl. Little piece of Black Sheldon. Genius, but... So I'm trying, you know, we like you. Okay? You're one of us. Okay? No tea, no shade. But I got a closet full of shirts. They're yours. But I'm going to need you to come up out that shirt. Just a little piece. Please show us that you wear something else. That's it. Because this is for 2021, so I'm worried. Just a little piece. Just a little piece. No, Janae. Okay? standalone girl. What? Y'all know I'm unbiased. Ooh, maybe he's a sponsor. I'm not about to do this with y'all on Valentine's Day. Okay. We need to get through these damn receipts. And it's a shame that we can't get through them because y'all sitting here saying this stuff about this man. Nah, not Shalon. This was them. They said this. That's it. Just a little piece. Just a little piece. They said that you may have had this shirt on since 2021. And we as a little, you know, because you said that you had got that money and that you had splurged. Like on the same shirt? Or like what? Okay. Just a little. So let's get into these receipts. And I'm a girl. So these receipts up here say, let's get into these receipts and I'm a girl. Now Mo put up these receipts now. This starts December 5th, 2020. I said, Monique, they need to be like a little piece of more recent, girl. I'm like, why you go? You going over yonder, girl. Okay? I'm like, looky here. Looky here, Monique. So she said, hey, baby. And then she said, what she said, okay, baby. And then she said, hey, baby, just checking on you. That was December 5th. Now, December 23rd was when she had messaged him again. Okay, so he had ignored her for a whole month. Girl, he basically ignored you the whole month. Whole month. You see him that text, he looked at. He was like, whatever. So, and I'm a girl. And so, yes. So then, okay, January 15th, he said, hey, man, good morning. Ooh, not hey, man. So she said, hey, baby, did you mean to send this to me? LOL, man. I would have said the same thing. But that's awkward. So you sent him a message on December 5th. And then you sent him a message on December 23rd, 2020, to be exact. And then he messaged you back on January 15th and says, hey, man, good morning. So that is definitely an accidental text. He must have texted Mr. Texas friend Mo and texted you. Because you're definitely his phone as Monique. So, here, Flip. So she responds and says, hey, hey, baby, did you mean to send this to me? LOL, man. So then he said, hey, ma, good morning. My phone on autocorrect, ma, and I put man, LOL. Okay, now that's a word that you read in the middle. That was him saying gross. Gross. Like, oh, it's you. Yeah, autocorrect. Yeah. So I'm here, Flip. So, because it just let him say it them times. It let him say my, man, all of that. Why they autocorrect again? Or why they autocorrect again? Hurry up. Again, that was actually you mean the text. It's okay. I get it. Totally get it, girl. Totally get it, girl. So she says, LOL, that damn autocorrect. And there's a picture sent on January 25th. And I'm a girl. So then on January 25th, it drops down so that we see more. And then it just goes into 2021 because, January, December. So she says, hey, now I see you. And he says, hey, baby, you good? I will call you tomorrow. I am going to bed. LOL. Your mommy getting older. He says, LOL, love y'all. February 8th. She says, hey, my sweetness, or hey, sweetness, I hit you later tonight. He says, okay. She says, hey, my baby, I'm going to call you when I get back home. We out with, hold on. It don't finish. Yeah, that doesn't finish. Anyways, so he says, hey, mommy, I wanted to send stuff, he meant, I'm sure, some flowers and some stuff just cuz. Can you help me pick some stuff out because I have no idea what I am doing? She says, hey, my baby, of course I will. Give me a couple hours to call. So then on the 22nd, all right, he says, hey, ma, have you ever heard of hyperhidrosis? Is that how you say that? It's an excessive sweating disorder. She says, hey, my baby. No, I've never heard of that. I will research it. Now, Monique, was you trying to make it seem like he stink? Is this why you put this receipt out here? Because what this got to do with anything in my girl? It's given daddy put these on your IG. Because what does this have to do with anything? So what, he may smell like a, so what? He may smell like spit and mayo, whatever. What that got to do with why he hates you? What's that got to do with you being absent? Like, and I'm a girl. So I'm not getting this, but we're gonna keep reading. She says, hey, my baby. No, I've never heard of that. I will research it. Then on the 25th, she says, hey, my baby. Sorry, I missed your call. Can we talk tomorrow? Call me when you go on break if you can. Love you. So multiple times he was trying to get in contact with her and couldn't. Okay. So it's a back and forth, I think. So when he says that they both decided together to pretty much, she don't worry about me, I don't worry about her. I completely get it. That makes complete sense. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So he sends a picture of him in his shirt, and she says, yellow, you look so handsome. You better say that ish. Let me know when your break starts. Move right along. She says, hey, my baby, how are you today? He says, I'm okay. Been overwhelmed these past couple of days, working through it by talking with Nicole. This hasn't been the best sales week so far, and I've been feeling more anxious about it than usual. Nicole has been helping me chill out, though sometimes she's the reason for the stress, LOL, okay? So this is what I'm saying. Why you dox this girlfriend, girl? Because now you know I'm about to find her. Girl, you know I'm about to find her, girl. Oh, my goodness. Why would you do that to her? Now she about to have me all up in her DM and all the girl. Oh, my goodness. Oh, girl. Here, Flip. It's so good. Why would you do that to her? So, girl, I'm gonna protect you though, Nicole. I got you, girl. Don't worry about it, girl. So, she says, hey, baby, let's talk when you get off. Can I call you in 30 minutes? She says, hey, my baby, can you give me an hour? Because she's like, gross. I'll talk to you. And then he said, that's cool. And then she said, hey, baby, you up? That was at the right here at the bottom, right there. Hey, baby, you up? Right there. And then I'm assuming this is the continuance. And then she says, hey, my baby, please know you still sleep. Please know you still sleep. Okay. However, when you wake, I want you to have an awesome day. Oh, it was so cute. Like, oh, how unfit of you. Like, so cute and like unfitty. So, he says, yes, ma'am. How y'all doing this morning? And then she said, amazing. He said, my appointment with the DMV is on May 7th, so I can start this process for my license. I have 3 derogatory strikes on my credit. I will clear up 2 of them at the end of the week. Just telling you my to-do list, LOL. She says, I know you will get it done. Let's go. Okay, so these are messages for like quite some time, and I'm still not seeing him like asking for all this money and stuff that, like, you know, daddy try to make it seem like, you know, he be using him. You know, it just seem like, you know, we talk when we talk type of situation. But let's keep going. So at the top, he says, how y'all doing? She says, we're doing, or is that her? Yeah, that's her. Is that her? Whatever. We're doing good, cooking a late dinner, salmon, salad, rice. The doctor's appointment went well. We met one of the midwives. Okay, that's him. And then she says, oh, wonderful, my baby. Did y'all hear my baby's heartbeat again? Remember Jamaica? And then he says, yes, ma'am. Of course, I remember Mr. Jamaica. How is he doing? And the baby's heartbeat is strong. We forgot to ask for the BPM. Okay, heartbeats per minute. Yeah. So beats per minute. So he is doing good, still look the same, just older. He's been 15 years. It's been 15 years since I've seen him. Is Nicole getting big? And then he says, our next appointment is on June 11th for an ultrasound. So again, she definitely doxed Nicole because we didn't know that her name was Nicole, or, you know, we didn't know anything else. So I don't think it was like literal. I don't think she was literally trying to dox her, but because I still don't see what these receipts explain thus far. Any reason for her not to be talking to him, because I'm assuming this is what the receipts is for, to show his behavior and why they stopped speaking, because it's been years. It seems. Yes, she has a grandbaby. Shalon has a daughter. Yes, he has a daughter. And I think when was she born? Because when is this conversation? This conversation is in, hold on, 2021. Yeah, so she's a few years old now. Yeah. So, okay, for the ultrasound. So the next message says, there's a smiley face at the top, and then it says, okay, now you see how I feel when I get this technology-ish super cheese. And then he says, LOL. She says, hey, my sweetness, hope y'all having an amazing day. We are on the way to get some raw food. Yummy. And this was in June of 2021. Then the top it says, wait, let me make sure I didn't skip. Okay, no. So at the top it says, done my interview. I don't know. And then he says, okay. And then she says, that's your mama. That was in October. So then in October as well, he says, hey, mama, are you awake? And then he says, hey, mommy, how are your eyes feeling? I'm nosy. I want to know what that meant. Like, was her eyes just swollen or something? Did she get glasses? Did she get hit? You know, whatever, what that word. So then she says, hey, my sweet baby, which was days later on October 18th. Hey, my sweet baby, I forgot I'm trying to get myself together. And then she says, hey, my sweet baby, I will call you after we speak to Tamika and Thomas and her father. We talked to them at 7 p.m. this evening. We got y'all back, you and Nicole. Okay. So that was one of the last receipts that she showed, and that was in 2021. So then this next receipt is Sydney, daddy, speaking. How do we get here? How do we get here? Why is he speaking? Monique, not only why is he speaking, but you notice that this was what I'm assuming, because y'all put these receipts up and this is the last receipt. I'm assuming this was your last message or one of your last messages to each other. And it gives the reason the conversation stopped is because he got involved. So where is everything else? Where is this lead up? If he cursed you out or whatever, or he was being extremely difficult, where is that? Because I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm like, okay, well, how do we get here? Because that the last message we just read it. The last message is this right here. The message before Sydney gets involved. done my interview. He says, okay. She says, that's your mama. And that was the 15th. And then the 16th, he messages her, says, hey, mama, you're awake. The 17th, he asks her how her eyes was feeling. She responds on the 18th, says, hey, my sweet baby, I haven't forgot. I'm trying to get myself together. And then also on the 18th, she says, hey, my sweet baby, I will call you after we speak with Tamika and Thomas and her father. We talked to them at 7 p.m. this evening. We got y'all back, you and Nicole. It sounds like everything was on the up and up. It sounds like everything was fine. Where's the problem? I'm like, where am I supposed to be like, oh my God, Shalon, you were wrong. You shouldn't have said that to your mom. You shouldn't treat your mom like that. You shouldn't talk to your mom like that. She's still your elder and your mother and, you know, whatever. You only get one mom. Like, where is that? Because it sounds like you guys were fine. And I don't know if it was like a phone conversation or something. And then he texts him, daddy, jumps into the conversation here, mid text message, literally mid text message, just jumped in the conversation. He seems to be the issue. So let's read what he says. He says, remember today, this is Uncle Sid. So he's confirming this is not your mother. If you don't change your immature ways, you're going to lose my man. What the? What? 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 And I'm a girl. Remember today. And this is Uncle Sid. So he's confirming this is me. This is not your mother. If you don't change your immature ways, you're going to lose my man. What does that even mean? We can't be mad at you, but we're still definitely sad for you. How do you go from putting your mother on hold when generations of families are able to see Sinai on Nicole's side? But you gave no instructions to Tuffy or your mother as to when they would or could be able to see Sinai until after Tuffy brought this fact to your attention. Interestingly, you're a man now, but you were a little boy just days ago as you needed me to walk you through getting a car. The items for your baby you wouldn't even have if your mother, Tuffy, and I didn't care enough to do that for you and Sinai. You needed to be rescued from your apartment weeks ago by Tuffy, but you cuss her out days ago. What's wrong? Crazy. First of all, whatever's going on, it sounds like with the daughter, his daughter, Sinai, is Shalon's daughter, from what it sounds like. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. Nothing. You said in the live that you and Monique have 3 boys. Him saying it is different, Shalon. But you said in the live that you and Monique have 3 kids. Those 3 kids he's referring to, which in this video that we're about to get into, he says it. Shalon explains, and he says that Daddy said it in the live that he did with Monique, that 3 kids, he said, and then he explained it. The 3 kids that he's talking about are the twin boys and his son. So not Shalon or Mark Jr. So that's what I said. Monique did not abandon 1 child. She abandoned 2. And she agreed with him in the live when he said that they had 3 boys. So he was not referring to Shalon. He was referring to his own son because he came into the marriage with his own child. Daddy, Sydney. He has his own son. And then he has a set of twin boys with Monique. Those are the 3 boys he's referring to. Not Shalon or Mark Jr. And Mark Jr. is the child that Monique adopted with her ex-husband, Mark. She doesn't even speak of him. She doesn't even speak of him. Says nothing about him. There's no pictures of him nowhere or nothing. She don't say happy birthday to him. Nothing. Okay, Monique has 4 children in total. Shalon, which is her firstborn. She got married to Mark Jackson, which is Shalon's last name is Jackson. He was adopted by her second husband, Mark. Okay, that's how why his name is Shalon Jackson. And then they adopted a child, Monique and her husband, Mark, at the time, adopted a son, and they named him Mark Jr. So those are 2 kids, right? And then she gets with Sydney and has a set of twins, 4. And then if you count stepchildren, she has 5 because Sydney came into the relationship with a son. So technically she would have 5 children. Mm-hmm. Mark Jr. lives and has been being raised by his father, Mark Sr., Mark Jackson, whom Monique decided with to adopt the son. Correct. And he also adopted her firstborn, which was Shalon. Yes. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. And when, in my opinion, I would like for Shalon to clarify, but when he's saying, when Daddy is saying in the live with Monique, I'm friends with your father, that's why you can't call me Daddy, I'm your uncle. He's referring to Mark. He's not referring to Shalon Sr., whom is Shalon's biological father, Monique's first husband. He's not talking about him. He's talking about Mark. As far as I'm concerned, Mark is still very so much and had been in Shalon's life. He adopted him. His last name is Jackson. Okay, so I don't believe that he's referring to Shalon's biological father, Shalon Sr. I believe he's referring to Mark, Monique's second husband. I believe that's who he's referring to because they were all around each other, and whatnot. So when Monique and him says, "Oh, he was your uncle before you even knew about you and whatnot," that's because they met each other in high school. So she's trying to say, like, he still would have been like uncle, Sydney to you. He still would have been like an uncle, like no matter what, because is what Monique is referring to. Crazy, right? girl, like Monique has twisted a twisted web very so much. But I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you what I know, and I'm a girl. Okay, I have the receipts. So, but yeah, so she doesn't speak of Mark either. So to me, in my opinion, she's abandoned 2 children. I'm not gonna say that she owes him, but I mean, I just feel like that's crazy to adopt someone and not you adopting someone that's family. That's you literally treat them no different than your own. But then look at how she treated Shalon. So she'll basically abandon him. What's abandoning Mark? Mark's adopted. Like that's like way easier in her mind for her to be able to, as a narcissist, to be able to validate, something like, I have a good reason, to have abandoned him. Like, no. It doesn't matter if you sent him some money, if he doesn't like it, it doesn't replace, not being there. And adopting someone is like twice as harsh because they already probably feel in ways abandoned. And then you're supposed to be the person that makes sure that they never feel like that again. And then to desert them and abandon them again. This is how issues are created. like how people get abandonment issues and things. This is how they're created. You know, no different than with Shalon. He could definitely have abandonment issues. A lot of people do that are raised in single parent households. They do. They have abandonment issues because most people, like the old school, stay together because like that's what they seen their parents do, you know, and whatnot. So what do you do when your upbringing is only seeing one parent? What's to fight for? Your subconscious has already came to terms with being alone because it's all you've seen. So you can operate alone. You're going to have trouble letting somebody into your space because you're so used to doing everything by yourself because that's all you've seen. But if you see partnership and to teamwork, you know, and whatnot, then, you know, you take marriage differently, you know, getting with someone. So that's why two-parent households are so important, or at least having both parents in your life is very important so that that's what you want. You know, you have kids and whatnot, you're going to want to make sure that the other parent is there just because that's what you've seen, even if your parents weren't together, you know, and they worked together still, you know. I got to spend time with my mom and my dad, you know, sometimes they argue and whatnot, but whatever, you know, they work, you know, they did what they needed to do for us that we're both in our lives. So that's why that's super important for them to know. So all type of issues could have been birthed from this. And Monique, again, has her own issues. She has her own issues. So let's get in to those issues. Hold on, let me pull up the video of him responding. Again, I don't know why Sydney, why Daddy is getting involved. As far as I'm concerned, he can shut the fuck up. Like, it's just, people don't like him. People don't like you because you don't know when to shut the fuck up. Like, we don't want to hear from you. Monique is the star. You are a manager. Go manage. That's why everyone in the chat was furious during the IG lives and whatnot. That's why they're furious because it's like we don't care what you think. We don't care what you have to say. Shout out to Tasha Marie for the super sticker. She says, thank you, Sean, thank you for the hard work. Truly uncheckable. Thank you so much, Tasha. I love you down. Thank you so much for the super sticker, my sweetheart. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to Scorpion Voss for the super sticker as well. She says, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Happy Valentine's Day to you too and all in your family. I love you all. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And shout out to Shrink and Sharon for becoming a member. Go on, girl. Go on, Shrink and Sharon, girl. So, yay. So, I want to make sure I shout those out because I don't be wanting to forget because I love you guys and I really appreciate it. I just be trying to keep the content going. So I don't ignore, I promise, I don't ignore anybody on purpose. I'll be feeling so bad. But YouTube got this new feature on here to where it saves them now. So now, and I ain't got no excuse. So now I'm, boom, period. Y'all is welcome. So, yeah, so let's get into this video. Let's get into this video and my girl. So her son came forward and he responded to their response yesterday on IG. Now let's get into that. Now look at here, Sean David. Well, you better not strike me, nigga. I'm about to play your video, Sean, and I'm my girl. There you, Sean David Way. Don't you try it. Don't you try it.
Fathers and women. Worlds that I know where daddy is used is for children speaking with their fathers and women acknowledging their pimps. Her husband starts off by literally doing the very thing that I said that they would do, which honestly kind of made me feel as though their response was ironic because they validate my original video. Either A, she has some newfound moment of clarity, or B, she retreats back to daddy. In her retreat back to him, though, he does not acknowledge what I did say, but instead begins to create a new narrative of things that I did not say, which negates the effects of a response video. The two of you essentially created a new video rather than actually respond to what was actually said. You also brought up my father. My father, though, is not doing interviews talking about me.
And that's on period. Now he said, look at here. Now I did a video and Sydney brought his bald head ass live talking about everything besides what I was talking about. Now wasn't nobody talking to Sydney in the first place. Wasn't nobody talking to that in the first place. Shalon, how you ain't beat him up yet? You have the patience of a saint. Because I would have been banned from my mama's house. Oh, girl. Or I would have been banned from over there. Or I would be on straight trespass. Gays, he have an OFP on me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all type of restraints, order of restraints, and I'm a girl. Order protections, all of that. I would have bent over across the kitchen table. Yes, absolutely. He is definitely I'm pulling up. I'm almost there. Stop calling me. I'm almost there. Hair flip. Like, girl, I'm bending the corner. You can say it to my hold on. You can say it to my hold on. Just girl, whatever you want to say, you can say it to my face. Cause I'm pulling up, girl. Mom, he's getting beat up. Yes, that's happening. That's happening, and you can get it too. That's where I'm at with it. Mom, I have to fight him. I understand sometimes I have to go through you. Whatever. But Mom, this has to happen. This has to happen. Literally, his name is right here. Literally. This has to happen. Like you just gotta just go ahead and let the Lord do what he gonna do. Let the Lord fix this how he planning on fixing this, girl. And she's just sitting over there in La La Land because she said that she been running around looking for a dad. So Monique. So you said that you was looking for a daddy, girl. You was looking for a father. I didn't know you wanted to sleep with him, girl. I never knew my father. And Shalon said his father ain't going around doing no interviews, and he ain't going around doing no interviews, especially putting his name in his mouth, even if it was. Okay? So for your bald-headed ass husband to sit over there and think that he could come live and speak, wasn't nobody talking to him, my girl. This one man right here, Shalon, this one man that do get to speak to her uninterrupted. Meaning you do not get to step in unless he calls her out of her name. Then yeah, step in. You have every right. But if they're just having a disagreement, son and mother, get out of it's none of your business. It's none of your business. If daddy was having a disagreement with one of his sons, it wouldn't be okay for Shalon to just step in. It wouldn't be. That's their father. Like you, if Shalon is having a problem with his daughter, Sinai, daddy don't get, just like he was trying to do those text messages, you don't get to step in. Who the fuck are you? I don't even like you. That's why you messaging me through my mom. Why y'all think he was messaging him, Shalon, through Monique? They ain't got one phone. He got his own phone and she got her own phone. That's why he said this is Sid. Are you already blocked? You can text her from your phone? Uncle Daddy. You can text her from your phone? Gross. Ooh. Ooh, blocked. Ooh, go away. I'm lucky here. You can text them from your phone under my car? That's weird. Or he don't with you. You're the problem. So, yes. So, but let's keep listening. Let's keep listening. No, I'm nosy as hell.
In quick regards to the 3 sons comment, under the context in which your husband was speaking, by your rationale, Ma, he should have easily had no problem saying 4 sons, especially since you say he knew me before I knew me. The 2 of you can sometimes come off as seekers of weak levels of empathy from others, while at the same time sidestepping any accountability.
They are seekers of empathy of the people, what you said, boy. Now, I remember what you said, but I agree with it. Because I paused. Now, and then they also said that Sydney, daddy, shouldn't have had a problem saying that y'all had 4 sons since he know who the f I am. Didn't you say that he was my uncle before I knew he was my uncle because he was going to be my uncle because you was in high school? No, y'all. So he said, why he say 3 sons then? If he was my uncle before my uncle, before my uncle, before my uncle, before he became my daddy, then he was my dad and uncle, not my girl. But I ain't his baby. But I ain't his baby, girl. Let's keep listening to him tell the truth about this monster mom, girl.
Billy, that one may need to take to attempt to address what I said to another man while also trying to make your wife victim number 1 has nothing to do with you. My father did not need you to speak for him. You're her daddy, not his. My mother has been speaking on our relationship for years. So to imply that only one side of a story was told when there are several articles and interviews throughout the internet discussing my strained relationship with her, filled with quotes from your wife speaking directly about me, while also providing vague context and downplaying the impact of an uninterested mother. I am 33 years old and have had ample opportunity to go to the media and tell some
Absolutely. Okay? That's what I said. She be real vague. So you only want to tell a little piece. You want to make it look like you just weren't there for me for a couple of days. It was yours. It was yours. It was yours. Tried it. No, don't do that. Stop trying to make it look like you, like what Beyonce said, it's been 37 summers since I've been at home in my home. Now, nah, he ain't seen you 37 damn summers. Then you want to try it. Try it like he was just going on Valentine's Day. Girl, don't do that to him and I'm a girl. He said, now look at here, Sydney, you bald-headed motherfucker. Now, it's been plenty of times that your wife done quoted me in interviews and stuff. Ain't nobody been talking about her ass. No, you tried it. Now, I can say what the I want to say. First of all, that's my mama. Okay? Now, she was my mama before she was your mama. How about that? So you want to talk about some you was my uncle's his before? Okay, nigga. Okay. Are you going to play that game? Are you going to play that game and I'm a girl? Okay. Well, I was calling her mama first. When I was calling her mama, you was calling her Monique. Because you were married. You were very so much married. How about that? Since you want to play. Okay, let's play. About that. Yeah, that's my motherfucking mama. Whatever you get for real. Yeah, you tried. Yeah, okay, so say you was my uncle, since you was my uncle, since you was my uncle, since you was my uncle. Okay. But when I met you, Unc, she was my dukes. You want to call her mama, bitch. Ooh, I can't stand him. Ooh. Ooh. Let me woosah, girl, because I'm about to drag. I feel a dragging coming on. And I'm a girl. I'm about to drag. Ooh, let me play this. Let me play this. Because I'm about to start dragging. Girl.
BS story for a BS amount of money, but instead I am on TikTok expressing my feelings for free. If the two of them were paying attention, I literally explained in my first video why I am responding using TikTok. And I should not have to repeat myself. My mother also states there are some people that are saying, oh, you should be ashamed of your mothering skills. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is what I say. Let's let it play out. Because the same ones that were saying, oh, I was crazy, I was deranged, we watched it play out. So just like with my son, we're going to watch this play out. First of all, who the hell is we if it ain't you and I reconciling our relationship? Second of all, it's power in a word.
Who the hell is we? I want to know that too. Who is we? Because he ain't going to do nothing. Who is we? What is the we? You talking about the game? Because who is we? What that word? I know we talking about we. Oh, we? For real? We? Because we can get beat up. Head flip. Talk about, oh, we're just going to let it play out when everybody thought that I was crazy. Monique, the jury's still not out. The jury's still out on that, and I'm a girl. Absolutely. We convened. We done got back. We done, yes, and I'm a girl. We back deliberating. Because we don't know. Because none of this makes sense. You sitting there nodding, agreeing with a nigga telling your son, who is his stepfather, that he needs to call him uncle. Little Piece of Precious wasn't actually a role. They say the best roles people play is ones that they can identify with. And I'm a girl. Sometimes it's not acting. Ooh. Sometimes it's not acting. It's you. Mm-hmm. No, not every part of the movie. You know, there's a lot of horrible stuff that happened in that movie. But Monique, a lot of those horrible things happened to you. A lot of things that happened to Precious happened to you. And you played the character destroying that person. So you're destroying yourself. Literally. That's why it was easy for you to play. It's really easy for you to play. See, most actresses that ain't never been through stuff like that, they will have to dig. You didn't have to. And action. Simple. Came natural. That's just what that word. So, yays, and you know, the abandonment of a child and not wanting to deal with the child. Precious' mother in the movie clearly didn't want to be a mother, right? Monique does an interview and says she wasn't interested in being a mother or married. Yeah, that role wasn't far from home, girl. It wasn't far from the crib. A lot of that stuff you've been through. So it was easy for you to, because it was just pulling out natural emotion instead of having to create the emotion. You've been through a lot of this stuff. just different people, different characters, you know. Instead of the father, it was the brother, you know, but still immediate family, a protector. A brother is usually, especially a big brother, is usually a protector of said sister. Fathers are usually protectors of daughters. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but again, he wasn't talking to Sydney. Sydney, the fuck up. Like, girl.
Nobody is playing, but I can understand why you would use that word specifically. As you stated in the Club Shay Shay interview, you had the mentality of a 15-year-old child. You required a man to raise you, and you were acting like a little girl. These are your words. It doesn't matter what context I have them in. This is how you thought of yourself as a grown adult who was someone's mother. Last time I checked, Monique fans, a 15-year-old grown adult who acts like a child but is in search of their daddy, they don't typically make efficient parents. But hey, I could be wrong. On a more serious note, to sit there and allow your daddy to address my mental health in a weak attempt to pass my
Girl, Monique, he said usually people out here looking for a daddy is not literally. Ooh, girl. Ooh, the shade. Ooh, girl. He said most people out here looking for a daddy. He said it's not literal. He said you're not really supposed to be out here. Monique said you're a little piece of crazy. Absolutely. You might need a little piece of lithium, girl. Now look at here, buddy girl. He shaded the out of you. He said, ooh, girl. Monique. You gonna let him get away with that? Monique. Girl, 3 snaps up, 3 snaps down, girl. He shaded the out of you. You gonna let him get away with that, and I'm a girl? I mean, y'all enemies, I might as well help y'all beef. Look at here, Shalon. That was good. We like that. We like that, Monique. What you got? What you got? He said most people out here that they're not literally looking for no daddy, girl. And then when they find one, they usually don't tend to sleep with it. I don't know. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Ooh, girl. Monique, ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. Girl, he collecting. He collecting, girl. That was good. I like that one. That was good.
Response off as a moment is disturbing and insulting to those of us who do have mental health issues. The way I presented myself was no different than my mother and her daddy presented themselves when addressing D.L. Hughley. And her precious sweet babies ate it up. D.L. is wrong because he's so loud. Mo and daddy are right because they're so calm. But I, for some reason, don't get the same energy. To simply try to call me crazy is dismissive and cowardice. Attacking somebody's mental status is a clear sign that you have zero to stand on. Furthermore, what kind of person still has a text message from their wife's son that is over 2 years old, still in their phone, saved just for the purpose of re-showing it to him? What I specifically remember about that message.
He said, who husband say that? Like, he like, what's wrong with this nigga? And he calling me crazy? So you saved these text messages for years just to try to throw them in my face one day? Like, but I'm the crazy one. I'm cuckoo. What the? I completely get it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Absolutely.
message is that at the end of it, you said something along the lines of, if you don't respond, I understand. I could care less about what your message was about. But for you to say in the message, if you don't respond, I understand, why was it then that when you and I did speak, after that message was sent, the first question out of your mouth is, hey man, how come you didn't respond to my text message? I found that to be very unique, but I did not need an explanation on how to speak to women or how to listen to women. That was not what that situation was about. My mother showed me how conceited she is in that situation that you were referring to. For a woman to villainize the actions of her son for being a man and a father to his new family, simply because she had not heard from him in 2 days, as though her phone was broken and she could not check on me. Because last time I checked, I was a new parent. I didn't get a new house. I didn't go on vacation. I didn't just get a new game system. I had a baby. And in those 2 days that you did not hear from me, I was handling my business as a man and a father. But I'll assume your phone and the phones of those around you were all broken, which I wanted to believe was the reason why you did not respond to a message from your son expressing his concern over some bumps that your grandchild had on her back. You would later make it your business to tell me that you got the message and chose not to respond because her other grandmother is a nurse.
What was them bumps on that baby bake? Because, you know, we're about to turn. Okay, I'm assuming the baby's okay, man. Okay. But Monique said her grandmama a nurse. Y'all don't bring over his to me, no way. So since Tuffy and all them other people, since everybody else gets to see the baby but me, go tell her grandma about them bumps on her back. She a nurse, ain't she? She a nurse. She don't twerk, she a nurse. Go tell her. What? She'll be all right. She gotta be. I ain't brought her over here. Bring me over here so I can see the bumps on my girl. Take her to her grandmama, who y'all always take her to. Okay. Now I don't know exactly who Tuffy is either, but I'm assuming they're not attractive because I mean Tuffy. It's not a cute name. Ain't no cute person get out of the car named Tuffy. No. So and then my girl, I don't exactly know who that is, but Dad has showed this speak of Tuffy a lot. He jealous of Tuffy too. Whoever Tuffy is, girl. And I'm my girl. We gonna figure out who Tuffy and Nicole is. We're gonna figure it out. Don't you worry about it. I'm nosy as hell. So I'm definitely his aunts. And I go, look at Angel, girl. Angel said, look, it's his auntie, Sean. Find her. No problem. Say less. Say less. Say less. No, Angel said, look, it's his auntie. Find her, Sean. No problem. I'll take care of it. Yeah, I'll totally find her. So yeah, Monique, girl, he reading you, girl. Ho, ho, ho.
Damn the fact that she is also your blood. And shout out to Nana. My baby girl loves her some Nana. The statement about money and then stating, don't let nobody introduce me to you is not a competent statement to make because it wasn't a complete sentence, nor did the two things correlate with each other. And when did you have the time to introduce yourself to a son that you weren't interested in and didn't do the best job you could do? I'm starting to think that you're not hearing yourself. To address money, you gave me $10,000 for a down payment on a car. Yes, thank you again. Thank you. My girlfriend and I were already prepared to put our money together and get a car. You and your husband called us.
Now look at here, Monique. Now he said you gave him $10,000 for a car, and he said again, thank you. See, that'd be the thing with you narcissists. You feel like when you do certain things for people, that it's going to erase the things that you were supposed to do. Y'all act like the wants are going to replace the necessities. They are not. Because you got an Xbox, a PlayStation, a surround system, all that in your house, it's nothing without electric. So if you buying all this stuff and you don't pay your electric bill, that electric bill get turned off. What's the use of having all of these things? When one of these things you could have that you bought, you could have used that to pay the electric. And the electric is the inevitable. It's a necessity. It's not something you get to pick and choose. No, you need it. So you don't get to replace it and be like, oh, well, it's fine that we don't have electric because we have a PlayStation. Ooh, you can't use it. You need electric. Well, we got a TV, an 80-inch. You don't have any electric though. What do those things mean? So that's the equivalent, is how I equate it. So because you've done certain things for him, it does not erase the past. It's so you feel like, well, since I'm doing this for you, you're not going to have this emptiness or grudge or anger towards me. That's going to abolish it because I'm trying to buy your love. That's what that is. You're trying to buy his love. That you can't buy love. Because you gave me $10,000, I'm never going to discuss the fact that you were really never there for me. I'm never going to discuss the fact that you pretty much abandoned me and went on with the new marriages and stuff like that and had more kids and all of that and, you know, treated them better than me. You acknowledged them. People don't even know I exist, which we didn't. Even when Monique would speak on him, she would never say his name. Notice that? Notice that even in interviews, she wouldn't speak his name. She would just say my older son or my son. She didn't say his name. Well, maybe I think one interview she said his name. But it wasn't, she was being vague. She was making it seem as if the relationship was strained, but healthy. When it's just strained, like, no. So that's what he means. Like, don't be going live trying to, and going to these, and you've been doing it for years, going into interviews and whatnot, speaking of me and making it seem as if you and I are okay. Like, we're not. It doesn't mean, even if you're estranged from one of your parents, it doesn't mean that they've never been around, that they've not. No, sometimes, you know, you have that revolving door parent. One moment you see him, then you don't. You know, you don't see him for a couple years or months or, you know, and whatnot. It's still equivalent to the same thing. Being there is being there. Popping in is you doing just that. You're just popping in. So the child isn't even going to get used to you being around when you do come just because they're expecting you to leave again. But a parent that's there for the kid, you're consistent. So with being consistent, you don't expect a parent to go anywhere, you know, or wherever they go, you go. Type of situation. You have people that are as busy as Beyonce. And Beyonce has fully raised her children. Beyonce is raising her kids. Beyonce could easily say, I was putting my career first. No, being a mother, you could tell was a gift to her. Like, she really cherishes being a mother. She really likes it. It's a gig she can get into. You know, when her most important gig. Nothing comes before it. Nothing. Nothing comes before it. So she gives that. She a great mother, is what she is. So what's Monique's excuse? She doesn't have one. She says, I wasn't interested in being a mother. So how can a mother, besides one that have made the same mistakes as her, how could you be a mom and feel for her? You should feel for him. And it's not a sympathy or empathy thing. It's what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. He was wronged because he's 30. It just shouldn't matter. It's not about it mattering, because he's not coming forward talking about, I'm Monique's estranged son. She doesn't talk to me. She doesn't speak to me. That's not what this is. He's not coming forward asking for money. None of that. She literally just brought him up in a Club Shay Shay interview. He wasn't talking about her. So people trying to make the sweet babies trying to make it seem like it's a clock chase. How? I'm like, that doesn't make sense. If he just came out of the blue attacking Monique, and when I would be like, okay, what is this? What is this? But he's not attacking her. Y'all want him to kiss her ass. He does not have to. It's easy to kiss your mom's butt if she was there for you. It's hard to do when she's not. When she's paying homage to other people that raised you, that did something that she didn't do, and she's paying homage to them for doing so, you expect there to be no issue. It doesn't matter how old he gets, because she's done nothing to try to fix it. And all you can do by fixing it is just spending time. That's it. But she equates that to buying him things and giving him money at certain points of time. Why give somebody something you're going to throw in their face? See, they're throwing it in their face because they're narcissists. So in the message that daddy sent to him, he's saying all of the stuff that they did. Oh, you wouldn't even have that stuff for your daughter if not for us. You wouldn't even have that car. I just had to school you and sit you down and walk you through the process of getting a car. Isn't that what like stepfathers or fatherly figures do? What's the problem? Like, there's nothing weird about that? Why does Shalon have to respect someone that does not respect them? I can respect someone that's respecting me, even if I don't like you. If you're respectful, I'm going to respect you, because respect is something that should be given immediately. So that's why I demand respect, because I give it. So I'm going to give you respect. I'm going to demand it in return. I'm not going to sit here and be respecting you and you just treat me any type of way. No, I'm going to match your energy. So that is what he's doing. You are supposed to respect your elders, but elders are not supposed to be disrespectful. That is not a pass for elders to disrespect you because they are older. No, nobody should be disrespecting nobody. And there is no age frame on disrespect. It says respect your elders. So that's an atonement, meaning that the elders are going to be respectful to you. So respect your elders. And that's something that someone younger should be being told. Why should somebody have to tell an elder to be respectful? You should know you're an elder. Like, that's why it's not the other way around. That's why it's being worn to like children, teenager, young adults, whatnot. Respect your elders, because they should already be being it. Because if the Bible is telling you to respect your elders, right? Then you become an elder. So the elder already knows that the Bible says respect them. So that's why the elders should already know. So an elder being disrespectful is worse than someone younger doing it, because the elder knows better. That's the problem. So that's why I say Monique is the issue here, because she is the elder. She knows better. So she cannot expect a treatment that she did not earn. So you cannot expect to be treated like a mother that was there for their kid thick and thin if that's not what you did. Like, why are you expecting that? That's weird. It doesn't matter if a parent is poor, none of that. A parent raising a child is enough for a child to love them, to see that no matter what, they took care of me. That's enough to have a lifetime of respect. That's enough. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. That's it. 100%. Be respectful. So no, I'm not going to blame him. So that's why when people are like, oh, he needs to grow up. Then what are you going to say to Monique? So she dropping receipts of text message and all of that stuff, and he's supposed to be quiet. Why? Why is it okay for her to drop text messages, her and daddy to go forward and say things? Why is all of that okay? But if he says anything, he's clout chasing, he needs to let it go, he's too old for this. Then what the are they? Oh, they just defending themselves. Then what the fuck is he doing? Because he was talking to his mama. What is he doing? She talked about him in Club Shay Shay. And in many interviews before that. So when people say, why now? When you're moved by something, you're moved by something. So it could be people talking ish to me right now, and I just don't care, right? And then one day they can say something, and then I decide to care. Nobody gets to tell me when I can and can't. Like, y'all are weird. That don't even make any sense. That's what I say. I'm like, why do people say that? Like, why now? Why didn't y'all ask Monique that? Monique, why now? Why in Shannon Sharp interview on Club Shay Shay did you have to say something about your son? Why now? Because then he come forward and says something to her talking about him, and it's why now? Do y'all not hear how ignorant y'all sound? That's so stupid. Ask Monique. All she has to do is not speak on. And I will be wondering myself. I'm like, yeah, she did just do an interview, but she didn't mention him or anything. So I don't see why he seems so pressed. But then, honestly, I got to take that back because I can't even say that. Your mom does an interview and her kids come up and she don't talk about you. So I said he has the patience of a saint. Because if that's enough reason for me to go live and cuss her the out. Especially if we're estranged. Now, my actual mom, I couldn't even imagine cussing her out. I cannot imagine cussing my mom out. But still, if we had their relationship, oh yeah, she would have got cussed out, her and her husband. Absolutely. Oh, I ain't your son now? Oh, for real? Oh, we're at, oh, I didn't know I was disowned. Oh, I didn't know that. But he would be wrong for saying those things too. She don't have to talk about you. She was talking about her kids. I'm one of them. Why wouldn't she have to talk about me? Yes, she do. But he wrong if he said that. Oh, that's a clout chase. Don't say that because she's a black woman. Because that'd be y'all excuse. Even Monique's. She even said it in a live about Stephen A. Smith or whatever. Whatever his name is. When you're saying that you're telling black women to be quiet. What does this have to do with black women? You just so happen to be black. That's it. If you were a white woman with the same career and with the same behavior, he would say it. If you were Asian with the same career, he would say it. Like, girl, you're making it a black thing because you want sympathy and empathy immediately. You want people to sympathize with you by hearing that black is a problem because black people have a problem with that, especially women. They're going to have an issue with that. So yeah, you pull on their heartstrings by saying certain things to rear them in to be in defense of you and for you. And when I like a pity party, is what she does. And because she does it in a calm tone, it makes it seem as if she's being non-confrontational. You are. Even her and her husband sitting there talking about Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry and Oprah and whatnot. Although Monique just got off the stage apologizing to those same people, here go her husband in a live basically saying he disagrees. He didn't want her to apologize because it's still a problem. How are you telling them to apologize when she just got done apologizing to him? And this is prior to her and him doing the live. She had already apologized to those people. So it's like if Oprah or Tyler or Lee saw it and forgave her, it was just like, okay, cool. Then you go live basically igniting the fire all over again, starting it all over by saying that they still need to apologize, that Oprah needs to run a cap doing this, and that Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels still need to do. It's like, what does she apologize for? If that's what I'm saying, he is literally hindering her. He is a hindrance, is what he is. And he's doing it deliberately. And I think vicariously it's because she is what he's always wanted to be, a successful actor. She is living his dream, and he don't feel that she is worthy of it. He don't love Monique. He ain't in love with her. He has love for her, but he ain't in love with her. Please. How he got Monique, it definitely gives he's been cheating on you for a long time, girl. You trust him too much. You trust him too much, girl. You give cash cow. You give that heat, girl. You don't even want me to get in all of that. Let's keep listening.
One day and stated that y'all were going to give us $5,000 for a down payment. We said, okay. You then called us back a day or two later and stated that you would be giving us $10,000 for a down payment on the car. You and him made the conscious choice to give us that money. We did not ask you for anything, but this is an example of a rich person doing something for you. And because this is, an example of a rich person doing something for you because they want to do it for you, but because it doesn't have the desired effect that they want it to have, you are inconsiderate and ungrateful. But let's take it a step further. I eventually would uncover that my mother had left me a UTMA worth $45,000. You never brought that account to my attention. You claim it was because you forgot that you even set it up in the first place, which validates my original point. Who forgets that they invested $45,000 into a child that at that time is the only child? When I was homeless and I called you to help me figure out how to access the account, you said, Shalon, I don't even know what you're talking about. And if I did, why do you think I would help you? After finding out from the Georgia Department of Revenue that they had been sending me mail to 3 separate Georgia addresses, all of which I lived at with you at some point or another. For the life of me, I can't grasp how those letters managed to slip by so many people at 3 different locations. I did, however, eventually get access to the money and the brokerage account that you had set up for me with Morgan Stanley. To be fair, what you put together for me was amazing, especially had I let it sit for a year or two, which made it bittersweet that you wouldn't have wanted to help or even educate me on how to manage what I had. My blowing through that money is all on me, and I have to take my accountability for that, and it's a lesson learned. Sydney stated that the last time that him and I spoke, I wanted to call him Dad. The actual truth is that I wanted to call him Pop. Calling you Uncle Sydney, but my mother calls you Daddy and the boys call you Daddy. It was getting a little awkward. And yes, for a very short time, I did feel that way about you, but the more things change,
So he said that he never wanted to call Sydney. Well, first he's going to say the $45,000. So the $45,000, I'm assuming, was some type of trust that was set up for him and whatnot. And he tried to get it earlier, in life and whatnot. But when he contacted her about it, although she's the one who told him about it, but when he contacted her about it because he needed to use it, she basically acted as if she didn't know what he was talking about. Okay. Anyways, he ended up figuring it out on his own, and he kind of blew through the money is what he was giving, and he takes accountability for it. He says, hey, I mismanaged the money, whatnot. So that's what I'm saying. I can definitely believe someone like him that is willing to take accountability. He did say, my mom did give me and my girlfriend $10,000 to get a car. Absolutely. Although we had already saved $5,000, but they did. They offered us 5, and then they called back the next day or a day or two and offered us 10. And thank you. He said thank you, and he said thank you again. So it's not like he's ungrateful. Like, no, he's saying thank you. Like I said thank you then, I'm saying thank you again. Like, why y'all keep bringing it up? Like, up. Like, they the type of people, like, when somebody do something for you, it's like they keep bringing it up or keep throwing it in your face to the point where you just want to give it back to them. It's just like, here, take it, because it's just like, I can't. I'm not. It's because, it's like, whatever. It make you want to get your own. It make you want to just go do it by yourself, just so you don't even have to hear nothing from them. What's old is old. So, and again, it wasn't Monique throwing it in his face in the text messages. It was Daddy throwing it in his face about going to get him the car and all of that. But in the live, Monique did say, which is up on the channel, she did say that she was like, ooh, for Shalon, for you to even say anything about money when, we just got you that car, so it's like, but whatever. I think that as a narcissist, Monique does not take accountability. So she looks at money as a Band-Aid. If I throw you this, gave you $45,000, basically set up a trust for you, $45,000, gave you $10,000 to get a car. I'm doing all these things for you, you know, and whatnot. So you should have been forgiving me for the past transgressions and me just not being there for you and being absent and whatnot. These things should pacify those things, and they don't. They don't. They don't pacify them. They don't. He still has issue with you. And instead of working it out, which is what works it out, is over time, spending time with one another, getting to know him getting to know you. You spend an actual quality time with his daughter. Just because you have a grandchild doesn't mean you care about it. It doesn't mean that. You have to show it. It becomes an action. You can verbally say all day long, I love my grandbaby, I love my son. If you are not showing it, you don't. Because love is not just words, it's action. Like, it's not just words. It's not. You say you love me, but I never see you. You say you love the grandkids, but they never see you. You say this, but I never this. You say this, but because it's an action. How you on the phone telling somebody I'm madly in love with you, but y'all have never seen each other? There's no at least have a plan to meet each other. It's like nothing, you know. So it's like, girl, like, what don't you get about that? Like, yeah, you don't get to, you know, woo woo woo, and just here's a little check, and you're good. Like, no, it don't work like that. You got to spend time with them. That's how you fix it. Having a conversation. But when people saying like call him, I believe people are telling you to call him because that's where it starts. It starts with that. It starts with y'all getting on the phone talking to each other. Y'all haven't spoken in years. And he did not have you. You had him. I don't really care what the problem is between me and my child, any one of my children. I am going to find my way back to them. I'm not going to let months pass. I'm not going to let years pass. Now, I may give it a week or two. And that's even, to me, too long. So, but I'm not letting that relationship fade because it's important. It's very important. It's super important. So a lot of people end up in old folks' homes and stuff like that and whatnot, and kids just abandon them. You know, the kids that want you to move in with them, you know, and stuff like that. Those children are ones that have had a great relationship with you throughout their whole life. You know, a lot of kids go to high school, graduate, and then they barely see the parents after that. Barely see them. They get so busy within their own lives and don't see the parents where they kind of 86, you know, speak when spoken to type of situation. So yeah, when it's time for you to go in an old home and stuff like that, yeah, nursing home you go because we haven't built that rapport to where, because at that point in time it's like a stranger come in and stay with you. The ones that stay close to their families are the ones that usually move them in. You know, whatnot, have a lifelong relationship. So like a relationship like with Monique and her son, there's a high probability that if she needed somebody to take care of her, I still feel like he would do it. I do. Because a person like him is like 1 in a million. So I think he would still take care of her. I think he would still help her. I think he would do all of those things because he's yearning for her. A lot of times when abandoned children or children that feel abandoned, when they do things like this, they're reaching out, you know, a lot of times. He could be going through who knows what right now. And that Club Shay Shay interview he heard, and it probably could have hit home, you know, and made him angry, made him upset, you know, sitting there thinking about his past. So instead of this being an outcry of love, I think it's out of frustration and anger because the relationship is so strained. But he loves her. You can tell. He loves her. He wants his mom. 100%. He's yearning for her. 100%. That's what I get from it. He misses her. He loves her. He hates Sydney. If he had it his way, she wouldn't be with him. Honestly. And I think Sydney keeps manipulating and gaslighting Monique into having a disconnect with her own son. He is the conduit. He is the problem. Sydney is the problem. Daddy is the issue. With him stating that he did not want to call Sydney dad or daddy, he wanted to call Sydney Pops because he said it was weird with his brothers calling him daddy and then his mom calling him daddy too. He said it's just awkward. And I completely get that because that would be overly weird. Overly weird. Thank God that they have sons. Because Monique, if you would have had twin daughters and your daughters was over there calling him daddy with you, girl. This is how you can tell Monique that your husband is crazy. If you call him daddy, no one else should be. Because what's the significance if all of you are calling him daddy? So if the sons are calling him daddy, they're not calling him daddy for the same reason you are. But you're his daughter. It's weird. Labels are literally like derailing. They're canceling each other out. So with him saying, I wanted to call him Pops because I get it. Me calling you Pops is me identifying the fact that I'm looking at you as like a, like stepfather figure, like, like Pops. Because her calling you daddy is weird. And you calling her mama is weird. But you at the same time, you say she's your daughter. And you say that, you're her son. But y'all have sons. And those sons is calling you daddy. It's like, I will see if the sons called him father. Or hell, even by his real name. They called him Sydney. Or something like that. But all of y'all calling him daddy. It is weird. It's awkward. And y'all don't have a logical explanation into why y'all calling each other daddy and mama. And you being his daughter and he's your son. And none of that makes sense. That's why it's like, it gives like cult vibes. Like, girl. Because it's weird. It doesn't make sense. If you were just calling him daddy in intimate moments or just in intimate settings, kind of like how Dr. Heavenly calls her husband daddy, but she doesn't, it's not creepy. Like when she, it's not creepy to me what Dr. Heavenly says. It's not creepy. It's more sort of like pet name, and whatnot that, that's my daddy. I'm saying he daddy. Like that, that's what it gives. It's not creepy. But well, I mean, it is a little piece of creepy. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all, because it's a little, because I'm saying it like out loud. It is creepy. I mean, I could see in intimate moments, like an intimate setting. Y'all about to go upstairs and get it on. You be like, all right, daddy, I see him. I get that. Totally makes sense. But to just be going around calling somebody daddy. I don't know. Because people say like zaddy, and stuff like that. I don't know. It's weird. It is weird. But yeah. So I completely get that. I would want to call them Pops too. But let's keep going. We're almost done.
The more they stay the same. Oh, Black Jesus. I do just want to really quickly give a really, really big thank you to the support that I received throughout this. I didn't think that was something that was going to happen. I didn't make that video to have it.
You was welcome. You was welcome. Because Sean, everyone in Chuckables, we done had your back. Now, we done had your back or not. Because these people have been coming for us. These trolls been trolling. And these trolls have been trolling. But I have to get out here. We're at our 2-hour mark. We will come live tomorrow and break down the live that Monique and he did together. I'm saving I'm dragging Daddy. I cannot stand him, literally. And I'm going to bring up some of his tea. And I'm also found Mark Jr. So we're going to get into that as well. So we'll be back with that. I have an interview that is about to drop on Coffee tonight. Trigger warning. It is explosive. When I say this interview that I'm about to go drop right now, I'm about to go finish editing it, and then I'm going to drop it tonight on Coffee. Happy Valentine's Day. This interview is fire. Not only is it fire, y'all are going to hear some stuff we had no idea of. No idea of. It is connected to the last interview that we did for like a hint. And thank y'all so much on Coffee. That interview got over 600 views. Wow, you guys are rock stars. Thank you so much. There are some trigger warnings. It is juicy. If you like the last interview, it is connected to it. Whole nother person. So it's not the same person. It's not a part 2. Nope. Whole nother person. Okay. And you are going to hear some unbelievable things. Okay. When I say I got the tea, I got the tea. I got the tea. Okay. Happy Valentine's Day, Jackie. You should have left me alone.